All right, hello. This is the blue heron, but this is more of the outline and drawing for it. I'm going to be pressing harder for this to make it so that you can see a lot better, but this is not how I'm going to teach it because when I press too hard, it's harder to erase and it's you leave those indents into the paper. So I highly recommend an HB or even better yet a 3H, some sort of H pencil, so that it's light and it's hardly noticeable. So if you're looking for a challenge, we can start with that. But I am going to be pressing harder. Don't press nearly as hard as me. You'll see when I teach, you won't even really see my outline whatsoever. Okay, to make this lovely, majestic bird, what's noticeable is the beak. If you look at just how long it is, it's actually a little bit longer here than it is at the rest of the head. So it's, I would say the back of it is probably just a little bit shorter, almost as long as the full front of that beak. So you can start with that, just kind of makes it a good starting point. So what you can do is kind of pressing harder, just remember. And then bring it up, very narrow, very pelican-like. Okay, and then I have the middle line that's going into the face a little bit further. Just bring that out for that line. And this part here, I'm going to go diagonally up and streak it out a little bit more. So it's just comes up on an angle like you see here, and then out a little bit more. Then there's like little hairs or feathers. There's little hairs and feathers. That's gonna be said a lot. And that's just going towards the edge of the face. So what makes it also helpful too, you can do that, just kind of do little flicks to represent that, or you can now make more of an oval shape. Not pressing nearly as hard as me. For that, for the head, I do want it pretty thin. So that, where the beak is, I'm just going to continue that towards the back of the head. So that's going towards the back of the head. So you're pressing super light for this. And this will be all feathers, kind of flicking up. You can also, for the eye, okay, so we have up here, see how it doesn't come up too high. For the eye, it's, so when you look at the middle, that middle line where you put the beak, just a little bit up on an angle, you're going to put a circle and then an inner circle, or just start with a circle. And if you want for reference, you can have see all that darkness coming up like an eyebrow and then flicking down like that. So that's going to be all of that darkness. Okay, so from here, then you want to go into that bendy neck. So we're going to just kind of bring it down. And this is going to not go all the way back to the head, right? We need a bit of a neck here. So it's just going to kind of rapidly just come in and almost come up a little bit. Like a little puff out in the chest. Okay. When I do these feathers, you can do them now, or you can just follow a general guideline that, okay, we know it's all going to be somewhere around here. And then when you do your flicks, see how they're just coming over top like that, all the way down. So you can do this, or you can have a light outline of where that's going, because as you do this, you're going to do a very, see how if you look at this shape, it's almost like it's just parallel. So it's like right on the sides, comes pretty high up, and then it folds down to a nice long body. So we still have some space down here. So if you look at here, I probably put too many feathers coming down because it doesn't come down all the way. So I would say somewhere around here, and then you're just going to continue that to make it neat for the grouping of feathers at the bottom. So there's that, and then we have at the top here, we have that nice little hunch up here. Hunch. This. Like that. This is what I'm calling the armpit. A great analogy for that. This right there. It's a little gap. You can use like a finger space if it helps. And that's going to be our darker area. You can give it a light little outline. Now for the legs. So we'll say the legs, they're just like right about here. So you go towards before it goes up, you're gonna go follow that down. Okay, and then we have the one leg not coming into the body, it's like it's on the other side. So this is the left one, comes down, two parallel lines, then it has a slight bend. Like that. Just a little bit of a bend. And you can just kind of circle that for like a kneecap. Next one, pretty much no gap. This is going inside the body here. About the same. You're going to follow that down, a little bit of a gap, circle, bring that down, two parallel lines again. And the good thing is we don't have to worry about the actual feet, where it's standing. I'm going to do, actually this one is going too forward. It needs to come a little bit more straight and back. Both legs cannot just be going forward. Okay. Okay, so that's a very basic outline. Of course, you don't want to, again, press as hard as I did. And you have options for these feathers. Stops just before the little legs. Okay. And then we have these shorter and shorter as we go up for the hairs. And then I show how to make all of these feathers that are collected down here. So that will be in this tutorial. Okay, just make sure that a lot of the top here is kind of mostly erased. And if you have like a bead coming up, just pressing super light if you want that darkness and then a little gap of the lightness on the other side. And it just follows it back. And it almost touches together towards the back of the head and meets together. All right. See you in the next video when you're ready to start filling it in and making it look awesome.